Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to
Woo!
the second episode of
another
Table Talk.
Another episode of Table Talk. The most
Heyo.
out-of-pocket hot takes.
The most out of
Like right out of the
Thanks.
oven.
Hot
420.
Out-of-pocket hot pockets.
Right out of there.
hot cakes. All right, let's start off. I think
We got a lot
So
of views
as
on the last.
most of you, sorry to interrupt, but as most of you can probably tell, there's one difference to the setup, and there's actually a jar in the middle of the three of us. If
we got
Martina wants to expand upon that.
Well, my lexicon, as profound yet profane as it is, rather, we've had to add the addition of a swear jar. So the way it's gonna work is every time we swear, we'll throw in a little bit of a cashola.
So we each brought some loonies, so, you know,
Laundry
like
money.
$10 worth of loonies.
Yeah.
Cam has $10.
I'm
30.
Martina brought $30 worth of
well
loonies.
funded for this evening.
Well funded.
And stick around to the end of the video to see where exactly this money might be going. You really might want to stay to the end to figure it out.
Yeah.
How do we want to kick it off? Well, should I start with the obvious big story?
We
of the
have a
week?
big story that has been... It's been on the news a lot, but I feel like it's important we talk about it.
Yeah,
'cause
no, I
it
feel
was,
like-
it was a big story.
Larry Nassar.
Oh, is not that? No, never mind.
Hold on. The
That-
human sack of shit himself.
That motherfucker.
He could suck a bag of big fat fucking cocks.
I'm
Okay,
keeping my
let's
$10.
explain who he
Keep it
is.
by $10.
For like...
Is cocks a swear word?
No, that's
No,
a chicken. That's multiple chickens.
Okay. Yeah, so Larry Nassar is actually a 54-year-old woman's Olympian physician.
Mm-hmm.
And he just got sentenced to 40 to 175 years in federal prison because...
Well, I mean, like, you've
Yeah.
probably seen it on the news. He's been sexually assaulting
And abusing.
Yeah,
and,
he's
and abusing.
multiple counts of sexual assault.
And mind you, they're not even just random children. They're like world-class Olympians.
World-class Olympians.
too.
A lot of them were young.
Yeah. And
Some
even
of them were...
Most of them even won gold medals. So
addition
yeah.
to his charges is another 60 years of
Probably-
possession of child pornography. And
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, no, it's seriously fucked up shit, right?
That guy's such...
that's two. That's two.
And originally the final testimony of the woman coming forward was supposed to be 88 women, and it's supposed to take 4 days, but 155 came
Yeah.
forward. And it took 7 days. They 155 women had
That's
public
insane.
testimony.
That's
It's crazy.
It's insane to think about because you first heard it, like you kind of just heard it like once on the news. I don't know.
I heard it
like
like
a year
last-
ago.
yeah.
It was 2016 when Indianapolis, their news network first posted about the
They
story
brought it. Yeah.
with
That's,
the first accuser. And it's crazy how long it takes. Like seriously, for how serious the crimes that this guy's committed, it is mental how long it's taken. Like, huge applause to the judge, Rosemary.
and the people coming forward. Like I feel like it does
Yeah,
take a
that's
lot of
not-
strength.
yeah, that's not easy. Like, mind you, there's like a lot of movement around women that have been sexually assaulted, abused, raped,
Yeah.
so on and so forth. But like, just to have the strength to say it to the person's face in
That's
court,
insane.
you know
Like,
what I mean?
this is a huge thing. Like the judge signed his death warrant and is easily like the most badass thing I've seen.
Yeah,
so
you saw
far.
the clip, right?
Yeah,
she
28
did
shows,
not
Sure, I've
hold
seen-
back.
Yeah, like I wouldn't even send my
Like
dog
just the
to
look
you.
on her face is like, dude,
Yeah,
like,
she was
you
like-
go, girl. Like, you
She's
know
like,
what I
you're
mean?
screwed.
Yeah, no, it was so great to watch.
Yeah,
but
it was good. It was good.
I was thinking about this. I feel like he might be like, in terms of position, the Harvey Weinstein of like the medical
Olympics.
business.
Oh
And
yeah.
This is why, because like, you know, like you've heard, I don't know, maybe there's been a few times where like dentists, I think they'd put their patients under like,
Yeah.
you know, like anesthesia, and then they'd kind of like sexually assault their patients while
Mhm.
they're kind of knocked out. And
Yeah.
you've heard that like 1 or 2 times. Now it could be that thing where there's like that main person that falls, and then all the other medical, you know, like dentists and stuff like that, people start to come forward and they think, oh, like that's happened to me, but you know, people might think I'm a liar, but now that this has happened, I can actually come forward now, which is the same thing that happened in Hollywood. So hopefully, like, it can lead to something
And
good.
you saw a big thing with that too, with all the composers in New York. Like, it was mental how many composers and like playwrights and whatnot have been getting exposed for sexual assaults right now, and in the likes of New York and whatnot. Like, I feel like business sectors are one by one getting exposed, which is interesting. Like, even
it's seriously one by one, which is good.
related to today. Oh, by the way, did we say the day?
This is January 25th.
Yeah.
Thursday, where we are recording this.
Yeah.
So if anything happens after this,
we're not held accountable. We're not Nostradamus and can't predict the future. Yeah. But today, Patrick Brown just resigned. Patrick Brown was the former leader of Ontario's PC political party. Yeah. And he just stepped down after 2 accusations against him from a high school student.
That's so gross.
She says he asked her to give her head.
How old is this Patrick Brown guy again?
Patrick Brown is 39 years of age.
Where? Like, how does he know this high school student? Like,
that could be like his daughter's age.
That's,
you know what I mean? That's just...
I'm not sure how he knows her, but I know the 2 accusers. One was the high school student, and the other one was a university student who was working in his office.
Yeah, see, that's where I was kind of thinking, like, once he holds, like, that position of power, like, if she's an intern or something, like, he has that power over her. Like, he can make or break
her
career, right?
Yeah.
Which is kind of the same...
as Harvey Weinstein, even. Like, the misogyny...
And Larry...
Sahar.
Larry Nassar as well, with the physician, yeah.
Jeez, my bad.
Yeah, like I think the issues, when you look at sexual assault, not even, like, rape or molestation, but sexual assault specifically, the issue lies where it's men of power.
I think that's the real, like, thing that divides just, like, regular sexual assault and people that are just in power, just like abusing their power, and they get away with it for so long because they have that power.
And not to say either one is good, but I feel like there's that extra level of just, like, cringe and, like,
just creepiness
when they're using their power.
It's like hitting on a girl at the gym.
Yeah.
No, it's like...
I mean, to some...
It's like being the owner of the gym and being like, hey, you want, like, a life's free pass to the gym? Like... Come to the staff room and I'll let you know what's up. You know, like, it's just, it's they're just abusing their power. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how they got, for everyone, I don't know what kind of work they put in to get to these position there. And like Harvey Weinstein, I don't know what he did to get to where he did, but I'm sure a good amount of it was hard work, right? Like, I'm sure he just didn't buy his way up there, blah, blah, blah. He probably put in a lot of hard work, but then it's just like, you do all that work and then you just start abusing it. You know what I mean? Like, you're just throwing all your hard work out the window. You're like,
even
you know
then,
what?
like with Harvey Weinstein, it seems like when you looked at his cases, it wasn't even like he got to this high extent and started sexually assaulting actresses. Like, he's been doing it for
years.
Decades.
No, I know.
Like,
yeah.
But he's been in power for decades.
And that's the thing. Like, it's messed up to think that even right now, you know, like, there's almost people now. Like, I watch the news, and I'm like, that guy's probably, you know, he's probably sexually assaulted a few people. He hasn't been exposed yet, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's only a matter of time for most people.
It's a matter of time until, like, everyone that, like, needs to be brought down is brought down.
Yeah,
I mean, hopefully, because, like, there's probably going to be some people that, like,
leak through the system. But
like, what about that family in the States?
with the kids.
The kids.
Yeah.
So, again, for people who don't know, there's a husband and wife, and they had 13 children, I think.
You'll have to refresh me on that. I think it's something like that. Yeah.
Ranging from, like, something like either 2 months or 2 years old to, like, 29 years old.
Right.
And they've held them.
John and Kate plus 8 look like they're nothing out here.
Seriously.
13 kids.
13? How do you fuck?
God.
Like,
don't even try and pull that back.
Don't even try to.
You know what's funny though is I actually know a family. I went to elementary school with, grade school, whatever. I think they have like.
Put a condom on.
I can't remember how many kids, but I know it's above 9. Like,
wrap it up. Get some saran wrap at the very least.
Like, I think they're in like maybe double digits with kids.
But like, why? Like, that just becomes like an economic like burden.
It does, yeah. Like, there was a time, like, farm agriculture revolution when you needed kids.
Yeah, you needed people to, like, take all the corn and, like, you know, do all the shit.
Do chores and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I think, like, today, like, even though I've seen this meme on, like, Twitter and Instagram, though, like, it's kind of true. Like, the more kids you have, like, there's a higher percentage that one of them's going to be, like, a breakout, either freak athlete that's going to be famous, some sort of business.
Well, yeah, that's just basic math, though.
Yeah, but I mean, even though it's a meme, like, obviously, there's a good opportunity of that happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But, yeah, that family. How about that?
Insane. I think they got sentenced to, like, some, like, also some, like...
Life. Like, they're never coming out.
Life. Like, they're never gonna...
That's gross.
They shouldn't. It's messed up.
They really shouldn't, though.
And it's so funny, too, because, like, you can't hone in on the bad people of the world so much anymore. Because as soon as you're, like, scrolling through, you're like, oh, wow, there's this couple who chained up their 13 kids. And then you're like, oh, shit. I got this guy over here sexually assaulted 155 women. And then before he's done, you're like, oh, snap, the President of the United States just called these places shithole countries. That's a quote. I'm not putting a loony in for that.
That's fine.
That's true. We need his loony in here.
Yeah. Oh, we need...
No, we need it.
We don't want his money here.
We need the bag from Mr. Trump.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
We need the bag.
I didn't even want to dive into that guy today. Jeez. But,
I guess, yeah, we don't...
I don't have time for him.
How about, Kim, what are you doing today?
I have a couple things. I mean, I don't know if you guys are up to date with basketball, if you're fans of basketball, but
oh yeah, the
All-Star Weekend's coming
drafts,
up, right?
Ooh, baby.
And they actually did something very interesting this year. Is usually you know how there's like an East versus West, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So this year what they did is they actually picked two captains. So it's kind of like playground rules, right? So they picked LeBron and Steph.
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah,
Is
like
that
at first I
did?
kind of thought like, oh, nice one, good joke, whatever,
Yeah.
right? So they actually did the playground rules, and they got their two teams. So this team, we'll throw it up on the screen while you're watching the podcast. This is LeBron's team.
Right.
So he has LaMarcus Aldridge from the Spurs, Bradley Beal from the Wizards, then he's got Boogie, DeMarcus Cousins from the Pelicans, along with Anthony Davis, KD with the Warriors. He brought Kyrie Irving. Now, this is actually interesting.
So he chose Kyrie?
Yeah.
I was going to ask.
So
I was going to wonder
actually,
if he chose Kyrie.
So this is actually really interesting because what happens is, you know how the All-Star process works, right? Like, people are voted, blah, blah, retweets, whatever.
Yeah.
So a lot of people were thinking that when it came to the picking system, that maybe LeBron would pass on Kyrie because Kyrie was like, you know what, I need to move on, do my own thing.
He kind of snaked,
yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't call it a snake, but...
No, but, yeah, so LeBron actually picked Kyrie. Then he also got Kevin Love from the Cavs.
One of the two white guys.
One of the two. He got Kevin Love. Sorry, I just said Kevin Love. Victor Oladipo. Then he got Kristaps Porzingis,
The unicorn.
John Wall, and the Brody, Russell Westbrook. So that's LeBron's team, right? So we'll throw the two up side by side.
Yeah, let's do it. I wanna.
So you can, and then on the podcast we'll also like overlay them so you
we'll
guys
have
can
this
see them.
shown.
So Steph, actually, this is his team. He picked Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now it's actually funny because when they saw that he picked Giannis, they actually asked him like, "Well, why'd you pick Giannis?" Right?
Yeah.
Last year in the All-Star game, Giannis posted Steph twice, and his response was, "Oh, I didn't want to get dunked on. That's why he chose Giannis." Right? So after that, he got Jimmy Butler, DeMar DeRozan from the Raptors. Shout out to DeRozan.
I was about to say I don't see any Debo on here.
Oh, you hold on. Then we got the process, Joel Embiid.
The process, I saw that.
And then we got Draymond Green, you know. Next up is the Beard, James Harden. Al Horford, Damian Lillard, Kyle Lowry from the Raptors.
Yes.
Klay Thompson, the Splash Brother, and then Cat, Karl Anthony Towns.
Brother.
Now, one thing that a lot of people have actually brought up with the All-Star Weekend is that Paul George was left out of it. And a lot of people, mainly Russell Westbrook, were not impressed by this. So they actually interviewed him after a game, and they're like, well, what do you think about Paul George not being in it? He was like, yo, I don't understand how he's on this. He's like, Al Horford's on here. And then Shaq even tweeted saying, like, Al Horford's averaging 12 points and 6 rebounds, which for a big man isn't the best. And Shaq even said, like, oh, I'll give you 12 points and 6 rebounds in the state. He's like, this makes no sense.
So, just for clarification, they can choose off of any team, right? Like, LeBron isn't restricted to the East.
Yeah, no. So, if you actually look at it, he has Westbrook, who's from the West.
So, like... how did they do it? Like one picks first and the other one picks one?
It's pretty much like a draft system. Like, I don't know. I didn't watch it, but one of them got the first pick, and then they just alternate.
Oh,
wait, so these aren't the picks in order then?
I don't believe so. It actually, I don't know. Don't quote me.
If they are in order, then
I would believe
I'd be amazed that
then Steph got the first
Westbrook
pick.
was picked last by.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't see. I think they just kind of like ordered it.
They just probably put their names on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, cool.
Actually, it's alphabetical order in last name.
So there you go. That's there.
This guy.
The genius of
He's
the
a
three
thinker,
of us.
this one, eh?
That's why he's in university.
What would we do with that, Don? What would we do?
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it because I actually like the new system.
Who do you think's gonna win?
Who
would you place your money
That's
on?
the thing, because
Besides us being from the East, like who would you put your money on?
that actually brings up a good point because the past I don't know how many All-Star games.
Let me hear that dink.
The past how many All-Star games? It's always been like, oh, the West is going to win. You know what I mean? East doesn't stand a chance, even though we had LeBron, DeMar, Kyrie. But now it really switches up because these teams are actually pretty balanced. You know, like
how did they pick team captains?
Wasn't that voted system?
Yeah, I think it was voted.
That was voted.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, arguably, LeBron is the best player in the league, and then arguably the second best.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're just like, oh, we'll give it to Steph.
What do you think's gonna win, Don?
If I were to look at this, just off of the starters.
Yeah, so the starters, as you guys can see, are the ones with the gold star beside their name.
Kyrie, Kevin, Anthony, Ron, or Giannis, DeMar.
You know, James Harden messes around. Like
man,
here's
that's
the thing
so
about,
tough.
Like, they don't play seriously in the All-Star games.
That's what the All-Star game is for. They just screw around.
Yeah, see, it's hard to even say because I remember James Harden last year was just like on the court just messing around.
Yeah.
Doing whatever he wanted to do. It's fun to watch because.
Okay, but we should seriously we should each pick a side.
I think LeBron will. Based off starting five, he has DeMarcus and Anthony Davis, two of probably the best big men in the league.
Right.
Then he has Durant, who, even though a lot of people hate him, he's phenomenal. He's a freak.
Yeah.
And then Kyrie, who's arguably has the best handles in NBA history.
Okay, but what about chemistry?
Chemistry, that's the thing. Like
I feel like Kevin Durant and Kyrie,
they still have chemistry. Like, they still respect each other.
They have chemistry, but I feel like it's going to be like, oh, am I going to pass you the ball and try and be your friend? Or am I going to,
Yeah, no, exactly.
But that's also interesting because if you look at LeBron's team, he has Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook on the same team. If you don't remember.
I think on KD.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting, actually. That's going to be interesting to watch.
I really think LeBron's team will win. But, like, even though I love DeMar and Lowry, but
I really, obviously, I hope the East wins.
Well, there's no East or West now.
Okay, but I hope LeBron's team wins. I just don't like the way Steph plays. He's amazing, but like
I'm assuming the team captains, like, you wouldn't have two captains from the West or the East in their new system.
Yeah, you probably have to vote.
It's voted
East or West.
Yeah, like this is the first time, so I do agree with you. They probably did like an East
West.
Like East-West captain.
Your captains are representing.
But there was a leaked picture of the All-Star jerseys, and they're actually really sick. Like, it doesn't say East or West, so Steph's team jersey.
Pull them up.
Steph's team jersey is.
You're not recording, by the way.
I know, I'm doing that now. Steph's team jersey is black, right? And LeBron's team jersey is white, and instead of having like East or whatever, it's actually the logo of the team.
Oh, they can make their own logo or whatever?
No, like it's the Raptors logo, but in all black. So it's like a tonal black.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yo,
that's
dope.
Cool.
I need to check these out.
Yeah.
They're actually like gorgeous. Like, yeah, here, I'll show you. Like, this is the picture I saw. So it looks like a practice shirt.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we'll have this up on the podcast.
Yeah, we'll throw it up on the podcast so you can see it. But
you guys gotta get the visuals on.
But you see, like, it's black and white, and that's all it is. There's no colors or anything like that. I think it looks really sick, honestly.
I think the East is gonna fucking win.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I really hope LeBron's team does. I'll throw that in there.
Yo, I'm on it right now. I'm on it
like Sonic.
So, when is the All-Star game for those of who don't know?
It's in February. I believe it's the second weekend of February. I believe, or it's the 20.
Like Valentine's Day?
No, it's not.
That makes sense. I think it was on Valentine's Day.
No, I think it's
I think it was close.
Last year?
I think it was close to that.
Yeah, I think it was the same weekend as.
No. That's later. I believe it's
Coach Team. Oh, Team LeBron, Team Stephen. I can't take. I don't know. Team Stephen.
Stefan?
Stephen? I don't know.
okay. So this
Like just off of names, I'm going off of LeBron.
Yeah. So actually, it's
I hate looking at it.
It's the 18th. So it's the weekend
February 18th?
of Valentine's Day. So it's the
Yeah.
Oh,
There you
okay,
go.
yeah.
Right on.
So second weekend or third, whatever.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be good.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it too. I like Allstar Weekend.
Are you guys gonna place bets? Like real bets?
Nah, I probably won't. Because All-Star Weekend, like, it's not really a game. They just kind of go out there.
It's literally like just a toss up. Like
they
you might as well.
They do it for the crowd. On it, like
Yeah.
I like that they do it for the crowd because it's not a competitive.
It's like watching like glorified Globetrotters.
It is.
That's
No,
exactly
it
what it
literally
is.
is. It's like a.
Everyone's just
Going around,
messing around.
Everyone's having laughs. LeBron's on
Yeah.
the bench drinking a beer.
LeBron like sits down as he's like trying to
Yeah.
drain a bucket. Yeah. No, it's gonna be good. And another thing I wanted to bring up to you guys is, I don't know if you guys have been in touch and looking into like the whole streetwear trends and fashion recently.
Oh baby,
been
cabs are
new?
plugged for that.
So
Cam's the plug.
Let us in, scoop
So
us.
the new trend for shoes, especially, are the whole dad shoe.
I thought those were
Up to
already
the
there
dad
with,
hats.
with the New Balances. I thought that was New Balances.
No, so the whole trend now is that all these designer labels, all that like Balenciaga, Gucci,
Oh,
they're all
are
hate-
these like the new Yeezys? Like,
nah,
like
it's
that?
well. So Kanye did his Yeezy line with Adidas. He did his, I believe it was his 350. I think it was his fourth model.
Yeah.
350, 32, 750, 900. Yeah, so it was his fifth. Sorry.
They say numbers to themselves.
So it was his fifth. It was his fifth model with Adidas,
Right.
and it's titled the 700.
Okay.
So
And that would be like the dad shoes you're on about.
yeah, so this is the dad shoe. So
Papa?
so
Papa shoes.
Papa,
So-
your shoes! Papa!
so his I think are probably the most.
Dom's tapped out.
Yeah, Dom's
I'm listening.
done.
I'm with you.
Dom's done.
Yeah.
I would say Kanye's are probably like the most suitable and most okay dad shoe. You'll see why. You'll see the pictures
I've seen the pictures.
of the 700.
I'm gonna
Right?
get some cords
Martino's
ready.
getting,
Okay, no, just wait.
I was gonna say Martino's getting ready to
No,
swear.
just wait for this though, because I'd say Kanye's are the best. Now I'll pull up a picture of the ones I'm going to show. So there's Kanye's 700, right?
Yeah.
Which look like these.
Those like I don't get those.
Those look dumb
They're-
as fuck.
They look ugly, right? But in person, I've seen them in person, and they're a lot better.
I've seen those for $5 at Pacific Mall.
Now hold on.
And they
Now
look
keep
better.
that in mind.
Okay.
Now look at these.
Oh, I don't like the Balenciaga ones either.
I don't. Yeah.
I think these are way uglier. That's my personal
But
opinion.
it's all relative.
I was gonna say I almost like these ones better.
Yeah, but these are like $800. Kanye's are like $200-300.
And what does that show how dumb the culture is? Not to berate you.
No, I know.
Because
But
you
my-
be with them shits.
But
Okay,
my
yeah.
my
I'll be a
whole
loony for that.
my whole bring up of this conversation was Supreme is now starting to tap into that with their collaborations with Nike. So
Okay.
before, Supreme used to do like arguably probably the best shoe collaboration, unless I mean up to Off-White and Nike.
Yeah,
'cause
Off-White killed
that
it.
thing was hard.
They killed it.
Yeah, that was. So now Nike used to do like the Blazers, Air Forces, and whatnot.
Yeah.
But more recently, they're doing these kind of, I wouldn't say trail shoes, but it's more.
Ad shoes? Because that's what you're talking
Yeah, like I'll show you what the mock-ups look like, but this is like what they're supposed to look like these things.
Oh,
Like
those-
they almost look like preschool.
Yo, they look like you could buy them at
Fucking-
like
Payless.
yeah, Payless or whatever the other one's called.
Like,
But
I was
Those
rocking them
those
back
look
in
like pretty
elementary
fast
school.
shoes.
Search up Shocks from Payless.
Oh, I know which one you're talking
They
about.
look
Yeah,
exactly
yeah,
like
they
that.
look just like. That's what I mean. I don't like.
Yo, here's the thing I don't really like about like these high fashion designers is because once they run out of ideas, they just bring the old shit back that's not in style and they make it in style.
And they just up the price. That's
Exactly.
what they do. They probably literally went to Payless, slapped the Nike sticker on it and some like Supreme colorway, and then like did jack it up to it's Supreme. So
Well,
they're
Supreme's
too
not even that expensive.
How much do you think those get around?
The last one Nike did, the Air Humrara, I believe they're called.
Okay.
I think retail was like 120 American,
That's not bad.
which is like 150, 160.
Depending on what time it is.
Yeah, depending on what time it is,
Yeah,
blah blah blah.
that dollar's going everywhere.
Yeah, so I mean, those will probably be around. I'd probably say, give or take $10 or $20 on them, up and down.
So you think that like these shoes will probably cost retail?
I'd say retail, Canadian, with
From
shipping,
who?
duties from Supreme.
Okay.
From Supreme, yeah.
The duty, shipping, all that. I'd probably say retail like 180.
And you're not gonna get them retail, so expect.
No,
to buy
you.
them for
Well, I mean, yeah, you can
$600.
have. No, the thing is with these recent Nike collaborations that Supreme have done, is the resale value isn't even that high.
I'm so happy. It's
Like it's you. The most profit you'll make will maybe be $30.
What do you think of resellers? Because I know like you're in the game more than us, and I know there's a lot of hate for people that like just buy the stuff strictly
To sell it.
to flip it and sell
Yeah.
it. And I know it's like some people's jobs. I guess.
Is there a lot
I
of
guess
hate
it,
on
I guess
There-
it's hate because
it-
they're the ones that drive up the price. Like people could
Yeah.
just get it, but instead
The
you
hate's
have to pay like.
The hate's more inside of the culture. Like people that are kind of like. Not, I wouldn't say, because you guys understand the culture. I'm saying like people that don't fully understand, like, I'd say probably like older people that don't fully understand the culture of streetwear, shoes, and all that. They kind of like, well, why is the shoe $700, $800? It's
Yeah.
because of the resellers. But my view on it is, even though like I've done it with Supreme and all of that, like, a lot of it is younger kids, not younger as in like 13, 14, but it's kids that are our age that don't really have a job. They're in school. They may not have time to go work
Yeah.
part-time somewhere, right? So they have to find a way to get cash.
Yeah.
So I mean, in that aspect, like, I respect it because it's not easy. You know what I mean? This stuff sells out. Like Supreme
Yeah.
sells out in under 10 seconds.
Yeah, you have
sometimes.
to be on top of it.
Like if you're trying to get a box logo, you're not getting it unless you have a bot or some sort of next plugin.
I don't blame resellers at all. Like it's a demand and supply. Like
That's what it is.
You should understand.
I was about to say, yeah, because that's really how it is. If people are gonna pay as much as they are, then sell it for as much as they're willing to pay for it.
Yeah, resellers are just making the best out of the system. Like I don't hate on them. I don't buy the products. Don't get me wrong.
Like sorry, but the last season of Supreme, I made a good amount of money off of it.
Yeah.
And like, it's not even that like.
This guy's gonna plug himself right now.
If you want the latest Supreme.
If you want fake Supreme gear, be down in the description.
No, but like a lot of people that are in the Supreme groups and all those kind of stuff within Facebook and Grailed and all that is they kind of understand it. You know what I mean? Like people don't like when you post it to sell it. People aren't like, oh, you scumbag, you bought this to sell it. Because I bought stuff from Supreme that I wear. Like I have a t-shirt, hoodie, underwear. I've wanted more stuff, but I just haven't been able to get it, right? Like I even have my shoulder bag.
I was gonna say, like, you like the stuff,
Yeah.
right? So like that's a whole nother thing from like buying one for yourself and then just like selling one because you have the
means.
Yeah.
the means to get two. But
Yeah.
besides people that like don't even like the stuff,
They
they'll just go on the website, buy a bot, take it and flip it.
Yeah.
And like I feel like there's just a way that other people look at it that like actually like the stuff. Like they're like, if I could get it for 200, I would buy it because like I want to wear it. But now they have to pay 600 or 700 for something, and that's like.
Well, it's like me with my shoes.
Well, if you
guys
get the
know.
product, figure it out. Like sure, if
I guess, yeah.
if the reseller could buy the bot, then you can buy the bot. If you like the product enough that you're buying it consistently, you're
but
better
it's
off
also
to buy yourself the bot.
It's also like not
I guess,
just
yeah.
like the thing is with the bots, it's not guaranteed because there's hundreds, probably thousands of people that have the exact same thing as you.
Yeah, I was
it
gonna
just
say.
ups your chances. You know what I
that's
mean?
the thing. Like for the amount the bot would cost, I feel like it'd be worth to get it for the like way increase of chance.
How much is a
Good.
bot?
Well, it depends, like which bot you want.
Throw some prices at us.
What would be like?
What would
Just
be
like
like
an
a-
average. You
Yeah,
like
let's-
always get like a decent thing.
Yeah.
Average price of one for like an. Because the thing is with like an average bot, you can probably get one for like $60, but it's like the thing is with the bots is that if you're getting an average bot, you're lucky to get 20% of the whole season drop.
And let's just explain what a bot
Okay,
is
so
first and foremost.
Yeah.
what a bot
Yeah.
does is if you're not aware of like the sneaker culture, streetwear
Well, it could be for
culture.
anything, really.
Yeah,
Like
no. Well, there's a ticket box. Yeah. If you guys don't know what it is, it's pretty much an extension for your computer. It's mainly for, I believe it's Google Chrome. There are some that are kind of like not extensions, just a program.
Right.
So what it does is it's kind of programmed to grab what you input into it in under literally under 5 seconds. Like as quick as you blink, it's most likely checked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
let's say, we'll do like an example for Supreme, right? So they do drops every Thursday.
in their season.
In their season, yeah. So their season's done now. It comes back in 3 weeks.
Right.
So when that season comes back, what they do is they do like an in-store release the first week, and then they don't do an online. The next week is online.
Right.
So what happens is they throw all their stuff up at 11 o'clock. And then soon as it hits, like, you can buy it, blah, blah, blah. You can manually do it, which is literally taking the mouse.
Which you're not going to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now with a bot, what you do is you, like, click the extension or whatever, and then you plug in what you want. Like, you can either do style code, name, size.
Yeah, so you put the product, size.
You put what you want in the bot. And then
your card information as well.
Yeah, and it just checks it all out for you.
It's pretty much an autofill.
It is, but it's an extremely fast autofill.
It goes quick, and it also, like, does the checkout for you.
Yeah.
So, like, once the stuff goes online, do you just, like,
you literally just
turn
click
the bot on?
Yeah.
And then you get an email confirmation. You've just ordered blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. That's all it is.
That's crazy.
That's all right.
And then, like, I haven't used a ticket one, but I'm pretty sure that's what it
It's
is.
probably the same thing.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question about this. Because you own a bot and you yourself have flipped Supreme products in their last season.
Just to clarify, with the whole flipping Supreme, I am into Supreme. I'm not one of these kids that just buys it. Like, you can go into my closet.
Oh, no. No. This
you know
guy
what I mean?
is all about the hype.
No,
yeah,
like, he
I'm the biggest hype. I'm not the biggest, but I'm up there. I'm a huge hype beast.
Yeah, but just to ask you, because ticket bots, as we know, are now banned in Ontario.
I was going to say
they are banned, yes.
So, do you think that bots in clothing line and whatnot, do you think they cause enough of a hindrance to the market to go down that path at some point?
See, here's my thing with that, is that companies are well aware. Like, Supreme knows there's bots.
Supreme advertises it. They love it.
They know there's bots. Nike knows. Adidas knows. All these big companies know. Like, if they don't, they're just plain ignorant. Like, they're just, you know what I mean? My thing is with this is that the bots don't necessarily hinder the company because their stuff sells out regardless. They're getting paid to sell their stuff. You know what I mean? The bot only hinders the actual
the people that want it.
The consumer.
Yeah.
Or the consumer.
The community, the culture. That's all it really hinders. And even that, it doesn't really hinder, because there's plenty of times where I know people that have used the bot to get what they want. They don't want they don't want to, like, buy it to sell it. You know what I mean? They get it so they can have it because they know it's going to be gone.
But that's the thing. Like, I feel like it's kind of like this endless cycle that these companies have nailed perfectly by mistake, where it's like, because there's so many bots now, their products sell it instantly, and that, like, the exclusion of it drives the product.
We talked, all three of us have talked about this. Like, Supreme's
I was
advertising.
say, like, let's just say, like, there's a hat, I don't know what it goes for, let's just say, like, $60, right?
After shipping, and it's around 60.
So let's just say $60, but, like, the actual price of the hat, if you want it, is going to be like $200, right? If you want to buy it online on, like, Kijiji or stuff,
or Grailed.
So it's basically like
Shadow Grailed.
Supreme selling a hat for $60, that's, like, worth $200. So they have the thing of not ripping people off by selling it for $200. They just let the market value it at $200, and then it's like, okay, it's worth $200. You're wearing a $200 hat.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's the thing with shoes. Like, Yeezys, the Off-White Prestos, they go for $220, but people see them as, they're $1,500. You know what I mean? Even though when they drop, they're only $220.
These companies have found out that, like,
their best advertisement is resellers.
Is the resellers, and their figure, like, listen, we'll keep our prices low and our stocks high.
Well, stocks are low too.
Stocks are low.
Yeah, even then.
They can even do. The thing is I was gonna say with Dom is, Supreme knows their stuff resells for high, right?
So where do you think they make their money? Because they have a huge profit margin that they're just like.
Yeah, but their profit margin is already high.
Yeah, like they
like them selling a hat for $60, they're already rolling in money.
Well, mind you, they literally sold a percentage of their company to a stakeholder for like, I think it was like
$500,000, wasn't it?
No, I think it was close to $1 million.
No, or not $500,000, rather $500 million.
Yeah, it was $500 million.
I was about to say $500,000.
But they didn't even sell. They sold like, I think it was under like 15%.
Yeah, pull that up.
So
I want to know who that was.
This stakeholder has no say in what they sell.
Yeah, he's just
like it's just like their name's attached to it. You know what I mean?
But even with that, like you can resell your shares of that for so much more, probably in like the next like 4 years, I'd say.
But what I was gonna say is that with Supreme, knowing their stock, I mean their hat resells for so much. They're getting the free advertisement. You know what I mean? So more people are gonna tune in to their thing or whatever.
Yeah, their marketing does itself. It's like its own.
Supreme selling.
Supreme shares.
Oh no, company buys Supreme or something. Company buys.
I don't think it was even like a company. It wasn't like a.
It could be just like
it was like a stakeholder.
An individual like investor.
Minority stake from the Carlyle Group. So we'll throw some of this up on the screen.
Yeah, just.
But I am. Oh. But in essence, what happened is Supreme just sold a minority stakeholder, which pretty much means
he has no say.
Yeah, they pretty much had no say. They're just kind of attached to, like they sold they sold this for $500 million.
That is mental.
Well, about
all of the keg just got sold for $200 million this week.
What? It's crazy.
Yeah,
the keg.
Yeah, the keg got bought by a Canadian company for $200 million.
I'm glad it's a Canadian company, but $200 million?
That's what I was thinking. Do you think they're worth $200 million? The keg?
Like for me, I always just thought of it as like a big, not like a.
It's not fancy steakhouse, but it's like a step up from like Kelsey's.
Yeah, well, like I'd say it's like 2 steps up from Kelsey's because it's like a pretty expensive. If you want like a nice steak, then you like go to the keg or whatever.
Yeah.
$200 million?
I can see it though.
I don't even know. I don't know.
I guess $200 million because it's still like a restaurant chain, you know.
Yeah, but like, I was never big on the keg. I'm not really a big steak guy though in the first place.
What?
Yeah, no, I'm more.
That's surprising.
I'm more for like the seafood when I go out. That's my fanciness.
I'm kind of, if I'm going out, I'd rather go out for like a nice seafood than a steak.
I know this guy likes a good waffle or something like that. This guy's a man of oddities.
I love my waffles.
Waffles are good.
Yo, for breakfast, I don't even eat like proper breakfast. It's like a waffle with whipped cream, ice cream.
Every morning?
No, but like when I go on vacation or if I go somewhere nice.
Man. Oh, as I say,
I'm not eating like bacon or stuff like that. I'm going like a waffle ice cream bar.
My breakfast is like large coffee, black.
Yeah.
And like 4 cigarettes.
No, like my.
See, that's a healthy breakfast.
That's the breakfast.
That's
a pretty healthy.
That's how you start the day off right.
I don't know. I think me and Cam have talked about this before. Like for breakfast, if you're trying to like go and have like a nice gonna go out for breakfast, would you rather have like if you could only have 2?
Okay.
Like you go to like, I don't even know. You go to someplace.
Yeah, like
they only have 2 options.
Okay.
Like a sweet thing where it's like pancakes, like chocolate,
bananas.
You know, like the whole works.
Yeah.
Or like kind of like the savory, like a breakfast sandwich, like a big with bacon.
Breakfast sandwich, I think. I think I'm more like meaty.
See, but this is my thing. This is my argument to that because I know you 2 are the same.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Now here's my thing: when you're at home, which one's easier to make? Which one's easier to make? That's my question.
Probably Austin, the dessert one. Buy a tub of ice cream, get some Eggos. That's all I need.
No, but like not Eggos, like a homemade waffle.
Yo, I can make pancakes in 15 minutes flat.
Okay, like, how long will it take you to make a breakfast sandwich?
Well, once you crack the eggs and slice all the tomatoes and
get the bacon going.
Which one's easier to make?
Yeah, but you know what? No. That's a.
I don't think it's
my argument
like
is if you're going out, you should be treating yourself.
That's treating myself. Like meaty.
Like yo, you can have like a crappy breakfast at home.
When I go for breakfast, I shouldn't be ready to start my day after that meal. I want to feel miserable after I eat a breakfast out.
No, I need like
I need to feel like full yet empty on the inside. You know what I mean?
I feel what you're saying. Yeah, I feel you.
That's my goal when I go eat like Denny's. The Grand Sandwich.
Yo, we have to go to Denny's.
Yo, if you have a hangover, get the Grand Sandwich. You don't even want to know what's in it. But there is a weird mixture of like euphoria and depression going on inside you at the same time. When you're done.
Keep in mind that's just if you had to have one of the 2. Obviously, the best mix, I'd rather have like the savory breakfast with like 2 pancakes or 2 waffles.
I'd rather have like a mountain of waffles with like strawberry, like I don't need not cream. Like
you're gonna get the diabetes.
jam.
Yeah, for me, once I have like
nah, because I worked that off right away, man.
once I have too much like sweetness, I just can't like take it into my. I can't like put
my
it.
teeth start vibrating. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
That's the
not
best.
Yeah, just ignores it.
nature's
Yeah, so what?
cocaine.
You just say come out and replace them. They're good to go. No, but how about like? I have a question for you guys. When you go get your well, maybe not Cam because he's going
I'm
to
one of
like,
a kind.
like freaking Candyland to get his breakfast. But do you ever get like the slices of bread and do anything with them?
Yes,
All the time, I always eat this like
Jam.
bread.
Really?
jam and butter.
Jam or butter, yeah.
I do
'Cause
both.
My problem is
Phenomenal.
I save it till the end. By the time I get there,
You're full.
the butter has made liquid of the toast.
Okay.
You slop. You at this point you're stirring jam and what used to be bread. It's now liquefied into something else.
I don't know. I like kind of like, cause when you go to those places, the butter is usually salted, and it just gives you that extra little bite.
Yeah, but you have like this thin of bread, and then there's like the center mass of it is just wet.
Liquid.
Like,
It's like soggy paper.
it looks like.
I guess yeah, it is.
You remember in science class when they used to do like the
litmus test?
like
paper?
the diagram of like a vortex? If you hold up one of those
Oh,
pieces
yeah,
of
yeah,
bread,
yeah.
it has like the perfect droop.
Yeah.
You can like spin like a grape in there and just like.
Yo,
watch
but
it.
you know my main reason on why I like the sweet stuff is because I actually don't like eggs.
I guess that's true. You don't like eggs.
I don't eat
And
eggs.
you don't like eggs?
I don't eat eggs.
I've known that.
I didn't know.
The only like
I guess we know who the better friend is.
this is weird, but like the
No, it's
only
alright. I'll just leave.
the only egg I will actually eat, which isn't even a proper egg, is like the egg inside of a farmer's biscuit sandwich at Tim Hortons. Just because it's
That's not egg.
I know, but that's
I
like
hate
the
to break
only.
it to you.
I know that.
That's
no,
not
I
egg.
know that, but I mean like
That's like a yellow
just the
gelatin.
mixture of like the hash brown sausage, the sauce, and the egg. It's just
Wait, so you're telling me it has to be specifically in the farmer's?
yeah, like I can't eat it outside.
Well,
If
how
if
about-
it falls out and I can't put it back in, I'm throwing it
But
out.
how about like just like a Tim's breakfast biscuit?
No, it needs to have the hash brown sausage and the sauce if I'm eating
What
it.
I'm a man of oddities.
What about like a McGriddle from McDonald's?
Can't eat it.
Dude,
Really?
McGriddles? McGriddles?
Wait, that's the one with like beef and
No, that's the one where the buns are like pancakes,
I would
soaked in
imagine
syrup.
like
With-
McGriddles is the closest
with
thing I
the-
can imagine to heroin.
I think there's egg in it too.
There
yo,
must
then
be.
maybe I should
Because
try
you
that
eat it,
then.
and there's just like 3 minutes, you're just like, ah!
Yeah, that's probably.
And then you just crash and you're done.
Like-
You're just done.
If anyone's wondered like what a heroin addict feels like when they take their
McGriddle.
first hit after like a week,
McGriddle.
McGriddle, and like
Well, you have to get the OJ though. You have
I
to
guess
get
the
the
OJ.
McDonald's OJ. Because that's what like,
the juice is loose actually.
Yo,
what's it called they give to like heroin addicts? Like to like level them out?
More heroin.
Is it? I don't know, I forgot what it
Smell
was.
it. Sauce.
It's some like name, like some
Yeah,
like chemical.
it's something
like-
else from the poppy, but that's what the OJ is. Like when you finish the McGriddle, you drink that to level
And
yourself
you're
out.
leveled.
Yeah, so
Oh
you don't
my god.
Yo, did you see so you know how like the whole net neutrality thing in the States?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the Burger King like kind of
No.
infomercial?
No.
No.
So like we may throw it up on like the screen, like a bit of it just to show it, but in essence what it is so a lot of people don't fully understand what net neutrality is. So what Burger King did was, I don't know if it's actors or whatever, but they did like this thing where I think it was like it was like made burgers per second, so MBPS.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it was like they did it only to Whoppers. So one was like $4.99 average Whopper price. Next one was like $15.99, and then the next one was like $25.99.
Right.
So if you just bought like a $4.99 Whopper, you had to wait like 20-30 minutes because of the net neutrality.
Oh, man, yeah.
So like a lot of people bought like just a Whopper, and then they'd go up and be like, "Hey, what's going on with my order? It's been 15 minutes." They're like, "Oh, well, you bought the lowest MBPS,
shitty one.
so you gotta
Yeah.
wait a bit." And they're like, "What? Like I don't understand this." And then they kind of like that was like
That's
the whole.
that's pretty good.
I thought it was insanely smart the
Do
way
you know
they
what
did
I was
that.
just thinking of? Do you think the whole net neutrality drive, or to like ban net neutrality or take it out, was made by like the cable companies as like a whole plot? Because now like
They're wiped. They're done. Cable
yeah, I
companies
feel like
are
all the
done.
cable companies like everything's going online, like
Right.
streaming,
YouTube
yeah.
streaming, like
They can't keep up.
or like Netflix, right? So I feel like maybe the cable companies were like, this is our chance to like disrupt the internet a little bit and get people back on TV.
Well, did you see Netflix is going to court against
The
I
FCC?
think Apple's joining that lawsuit as well, right?
Yeah, I think it's. I saw Netflix. I know Apple, and I swear I saw one more.
There's probably more.
It's probably like YouTube or something like
I
that.
wouldn't be surprised if Twitter joined the battle.
I'm sure like all these big name media platforms will most likely go against it because that's just ridiculous.
Actually,
Well,
you know what?
The big names.
I think Pornhub's part of it too. Actually, I think they are.
Always for the people.
Pornhub
Always
is for
for
the
I wouldn't be
people.
surprised.
There was that one porn director that I'm not gonna say works for Pornhub, but this guy came out and offered $2 million to anyone that could get any slander on Trump.
What do you mean?
This guy that he's like a porn producer,
Yeah.
and he put like a public memo out there that if anyone could get something that could harm Trump's presidency,
He'll pay.
he will give them $2 million for that information.
Wow.
And it's
Isn't
like,
that funny? Because
man,
wasn't it like last week or this week that porn star came out about Donald Trump?
yeah, I think that was
Was it last week or beginning of this week?
I think that was.
I don't know.
Man, it's all blurred.
Yeah, I
Porn
know.
stars, Trump. There's so much happening. I think it was last week.
Yeah, but there's one thing that I wanted to bring up. I think it was just more recently. I think like yesterday or the day after that. Did you hear about 50 Cent?
Oh, with his Bitcoin.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Wait, what did he do?
So what happened
classic
was,
50.
I think it was 9 years ago, something like that.
His last album.
Yeah, so his last album, someone bought it, like the rights to the album. Someone bought it and like they didn't offer him the right price. So they're like, here, we'll give you 7 Bitcoins for it. At the
Was it
time,
7?
I think it was 7.
Can we search that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So at the time, they're like, oh, we'll give you, I believe it was 7 Bitcoins.
Let's actually do some.
Well, I mean, like, that's probably not worth that much now.
Search when
7
they
Bitcoins.
would have been offered him. So search when his last album came out, and then search the price of Bitcoin at that time.
I'll look it up right now. It'll be in like an article probably.
What?
Well, he made $8 million in Bitcoin.
What the fuck?
So in 2014,
7 Bitcoins?
in 2014,
700 Bitcoins.
700 Bitcoin. Sorry.
Okay.
So I got the 7 right.
Okay.
But he released his Animal Ambition, and he accepted Bitcoins at the time.
Which are probably worth
700.
fucking dog
It was
shit.
probably worth like a couple thousand at the time.
You know the first. Honest man. Honest man.
That's why we like him.
Honesty is the best policy. I missed that.
I'm like Pornhub. I'm always for the people.
Hey.
There you go.
The first Bitcoin transaction was to a pizza delivery guy. I
Yeah.
think he's a billionaire or
You know who?
millionaire now.
You know who informed me about that?
Me.
Good old Ty Lopez.
No, that was
Ty
He made a quick.
Lopez.
He made a
I told you
quick
about
video.
that so many times.
No, but I know you told me about it. No, but you've told me about it. But I was on YouTube and one of his ads popped up. And he's
so
like,
you don't listen to me anymore.
no, but it resonated with me because he was like, you know what's really crazy? This guy, pizza delivery, a couple years ago, millionaire, billionaire now because of Bitcoin. He's like some schmuck had no money to pay his pizza,
Yeah.
so he gave him Bitcoins. Now the guy's a millionaire.
Oh,
Can
man.
you imagine the guy that's probably like, these Bitcoins haven't been doing anything for years. Here, take them for the
He
pizza.
probably has the pizza still. Like, I know one day this is going to be a form
This
of currency.
pizza box.
Yeah. One
Yo,
day.
but you have to think about it. He probably, like, the guy that bought the pizza, he probably has a few saved up too.
If he gave them away, he probably has a
He
couple.
probably has more. Like,
Or maybe just didn't even know what they were. Because I can imagine, like, was there a
does
system?
anybody know what they are?
Honestly, I've read so much about them. It's in the news, and I still couldn't hold down a conversation about Bitcoin. I don't even want to.
It's all about the crypto.
I'm not advertising the fact that Bitcoin's in this podcast. I hate talking about Bitcoin. I'm
So
for the loonies.
more about Bitcoin.
Some more on Bitcoin after these commercials.
Oh no, what's gonna happen now?
I think I'm just gonna pull one out.
All right.
I just want to tell you, go fuck yourself.
Fair
Thank
enough.
you. Thank you.
I just want go fuck yourself.
Let's put the mic. There we
That
go.
was one. I got a nice drop on that.
That was one loony into the jar.
We must be actually pretty deep. in
We
that.
probably have.
We're around
We're for time right now,
like
too.
50 minutes.
5 minutes.
50 minutes.
Yeah.
50.
50.
Oh, is that
We can. Do you guys want to do one more topic and then we can wrap her up?
Okay,
Yeah, Tom,
I think we should.
Tom,
If you have a good one.
This topic was actually pretty scary. Like when I heard about it, it was like one of those things where it's like, I know the whole like North Korea, you know, blah blah blah, all that kind of shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
World's coming to an end.
Yeah.
Right.
But this is like, so, Cape Town, South Africa,
Mm-hmm.
they're becoming the first major city in the world to run out of water. So they're calling that day zero. And
Like when the water runs out, it's going to be day zero.
when like when the taps.
And what day is this again?
So people are speculating between April 18th to April like 22nd. So like
In 2018?
Yeah, this
yeah,
year.
they have like less than 90 days till like the taps run dry.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
So I've been looking into it a little bit just because I find that like
Interesting.
mind blowing.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% with you.
So basically what's happening is like they have like a reservoir of water, right?
Right.
And when that goes below 13.5%,
That's day zero.
they're just going to turn off the taps and use that water for like hospitals, like all like that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But what I was looking at is like, because I was thinking like I thought South Africa was like pretty good on water. Like I know like they have a lot to deal with like
Right.
water, but like what I saw was they got most of their water just from like rain, basically, just from like land water that they would just like
The
Filter
run
kind of.
off.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they've had a drought for the last 3 or 4 years now, which is why
They're running low.
yeah.
So, sorry, but it's not like this is a permanent thing per se. Like if the rains come back.
If it comes back, but they said to fix this problem right now, they need the equivalent of like 3 seasons worth of water, right?
Wow.
Like
Today.
Like
a few months ago.
Yeah.
Like they said, this is already the point of no return. Like they can't go back now.
damn.
But
That's scary.
they were like, so the World Health Organization, obviously, they're gonna let people have. There's gonna be like 200 spots around South Africa, or like Cape Town in particular, where people can get up to like 25 liters of water per day. But like people are saying that could cause like so much like waterborne illness, you know, especially since in South Africa there's a lot of HIV testing.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that's like there's a pretty high rate for HIV there.
Yeah.
So all that like research that's there is gonna be like either like thrown out basically because they can't continue the research. Like the research is gonna be like flawed now.
Well, this is because this problem is going to be something. It's like, oh, Cape Town, they're a one-off. Smell you later.
No, there's a lot of
This is going to be a persistent thing that
it's
will
gonna get
strike-
worse and worse.
It could it could expand.
Luckily for us in Toronto, I mean, we got the most fresh water in the world, so I'll drink to that right there.
There you
man.
go.
Woo, that's so bad to do.
I know.
That's
so
terrible.
No, but I mean like they're not gonna be like terrible. And what they were looking at for issues was like they're gonna start like drilling into like aquifers like underneath.
Yeah.
Bad.
And they're gonna
Aqueducts? Is that what it's called?
aquifer.
Okay. Hey.
I did the research.
Okay. Hey.
You're the researcher.
I did the research.
Hey. I'm sorry.
You want to talk about it? Okay.
Yeah, but you know what that could also like potentially ensue and arises like crime rates too, especially if
Probably, yeah.
if people can only get 25 liters. If there's people that need it,
People kill for shoes here. I can only imagine
that's
what
what
they
I
do for
mean.
water.
Like it'll probably just like it's crazy because I remember a while ago, like people were always saying like, oh, the next war is going to be over water, not oil. But now like there's a serious
It's coming up.
probability
It's coming up.
that it could happen.
I was what movie was it? It was based on a true story. The Big Short, I think it was.
That's what they called me back in high school.
There you go. That movie was based off of Martino. It could have been The Big Short. I don't know. But it was about like this investor. He made like tons of money or whatever like that.
Isn't that with like Ryan Gosling?
Yeah, Steve Carell's in it too. I believe.
He made it off the financial crisis. Like he bet like, against the banks and stuff like that.
That was a great movie.
Anyway, but
Phenomenal.
at the end of the movie, I didn't really fact check this, but I'm just assuming it's true right now.
That they did their research.
Yeah.
We're leaving the onus on the creators
On that
here.
movie.
Yeah,
but
so if we're wrong,
at the end, they
fault.
said he stopped investing. The only thing that he's investing in right now, or the last thing,
Is
is water.
yeah, it's
Brilliant.
ahead of the curve.
No, but it's brilliant. Like they've been saying it for years though. that like water is going to be the major issue, which is why you at home could go out and research this yourself. But every some odd years now, the nations get together and do military trainings up in the Arctic because that's where the most fresh water is. And they're thinking that there's going to be a lot of
war over there, like combat.
Like there's going to be a lot of diplomatic issues over. Well, this is our part of the Arctic. Like screw off kind of thing.
Yeah, I think they just need some diplomatic immunity at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. God's plan.
God's plan. Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
because at the end of the day, like this could all be God's plan, you know.
It really could be. This is like some scary hours. I feel like right now.
Oh, I think we tapped out.
Tom, you're a piece of
shit. He has a good rest of
fucking man. Fuck. I'm dropping 3 for that.
No, I just think that was like.
No, that's great.
Very like.
It's
very crucial.
Yeah, eye-opening. It's scary. Like even though like Dom joked about like scary hours, it actually is.
It actually is scary.
It's pretty.
Just another problem to add to like the shit list of stuff our world is dealing with.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
like if it's not the water, it's the air. If it's not the air, it's
Trump's
the
fault.
Leader of the freaking free world.
Now that you said Trump, did you? Well, we can end on this if you guys want, but did you see how like America's now considered like the 8th best country in the world?
Yeah.
There's this one dude that tweeted like, "Oh, we may not make playoffs."
Yeah, well, like I was just reading today actually.
Yeah.
A little fun fact to throw in there that now with Trump, a little fun fact.
Fun fact out there.
China.
When Trump won the election, the doomsday clock, which is
Oh yeah, I heard about that too.
now the doomsday clock for you who don't know. Is this thing?
The Mayans, right?
It's kind of like an analogy that there's like a group of people that study world politics and whatnot and things going on in the world, and they have this analogy called the doomsday clock. The closer you are to midnight,
okay,
the closer you are to
Yeah.
doomsday, to the apocalypse, right?
I know what you're talking about.
When Trump won the presidency, we were 2 minutes and 30 seconds away from midnight, and they've reanalyzed all the information because now that we're in the new year. We're now we've knocked off another 30 seconds. We're 2 minutes away from midnight, which is their way of saying like
Who makes this though?
We're done for.
Like who makes this clock and when was it like 6 p.m.?
the clock was made during.
Is there daylight savings?
No, it was.
Just turn that on.
It was made during the Cold War. They made it because that's when there was so much tension in the world that they're like, okay, we need a way to kind of.
Who made it?
So it's a group of literal like. What's the word I'm looking for? Like.
Historians or something?
Yeah, like you have people from all fields. Like it's like a group of people.
Yeah, it's like a collective group.
Yeah, from like all different fields who like analyze what's going on in the world, and they get together and they're like, okay, how close are we to being absolutely screwed right now? And they use the doomsday clock as an analogy for how close we are. Right now, where we're at is the closest it's been to doomsday since 1953, during the tensions in the Cold War with the Soviet Union and the United States.
So the clock can go backwards though.
Yeah. Like as tensions release, it will go to like.
Oh.
Yeah.
It'll go to like 1 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get that 6 p.m. in Dallas.
I'm trying to get that 12 o'clock midnight. That's what I'm trying to get.
Yeah, it could even reach like 5 a.m. maybe in Toronto.
Oh, yeah.
You got, okay, we'll end this now before you guys start going off on joke lyrics here.
Before we end this, I just want to do one thing.
Oh, boy.
Not really do one thing, but last podcast,
Right.
when we were talking about the Tide Pods, and I don't want to get into it anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm over this.
Yeah, but we kind of touched on like, oh, like if this is what it is now, I wonder what's happening next, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That night, I was on Instagram, and I saw what they call the Fireman Challenge.
Oh, yes.
What is this?
Take a guess.
I already know what it is, so you go.
Guess then.
It's.
Do you know what
light
it is?
yourself on fire.
So far, you're right, and that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
You just light yourself on fire.
And then I guess you try and put yourself out. I've seen like
This
one or two.
This can't be a challenge.
I've seen one or two people. I don't know if it's gonna. Like, I don't think it's gonna catch on. Like,
No pun intended. You think it's gonna catch on fire, eh?
I think it's gonna.
Yo, you know what? Dom
It's
just
gonna burn up the
stays
internet.
spitting.
This
Dom
guy over
really
here, I'm
does.
telling you.
But yeah, I guess that's it for me.
All right. Well, you know what we should do now that we're at
Dom does have a lot of energy, and he could be a legend when it comes down to
Martino just wants to get the fuck out. He's done with it.
Martino.
You were so close. We're nearly done. Yeah, no, should we wrap it up?
So we'll wrap it up, and Marty will just kind of touch upon the swear jar. And
so what we're going to do...
I can count it, you can explain.
No, don't count it yet. Don't count it yet.
On the mic.
Yeah, leave it for now.
Yeah, well, we'll count after. We'll have a tally for you guys. But what we're going to do is we're going to wait till we get 100 subscribers, and then we're going to do a raffle. Now, the money we tally up in the swear jar...
Up to 100 subscribers.
Yeah, no, once we get to 100 subscribers, whatever we have in the swear jar... We'll put on a gift card, and we'll do a raffle with our subscribers, and one of you will win
the gift card.
A lot of money, probably. By the time we get there...
Yeah, when we get there, we'll figure out, like, what website or what store...
We'll just do, like, a prepaid Visa or something.
Well, we could do, like, an Amazon gift card or...
Yeah, whatever.
Like
There's about 17 to 19.
Okay.
That's just the first episode.
Yeah, we're going to go do
first time we've used the store.
That's just with, like, out-of-pocket money. Just, like...
Yeah.
But, like, if we have, like...
If we
out-of-pocket takes, out-of-pocket money. That's just how we do it here. So, thank you guys for watching again. Please like, subscribe, comment,
like
share.
Last time. Let us know if there's something we did wrong. If you don't like
Give us feedback.
Let us know.
Keep up with the channel.
You guys could swear at us. You don't have to put money in the swear.
Yeah, exactly.
So feel free, all right? Thank you very much.
Peace.
Later.
Yeah. Benedict, come on my ass. Benedict, come on my ass. Right.